Master, Cristoph Cemper.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Cristoph Cemper, based out of Austria, Vienna. I'm going to talk about link building strategies, give away some tips, talk about some tools and methods that we use in our everyday work. And the idea is to give you an overview of actually used techniques. We are a link building agency and do just that, build links for a lot of different clients in a lot of different verticals, in a lot of different languages. Well, at least it's English, German, French and Spanish, and there are more to come. And you probably know that things change over time. And it's not like the big Christmas deal in 2004 where I got a domain, freshly registered, bought a PageRank 8 sidebar link from TextLink ads to my Amazon data feed site, and kind of instantly, after 4 or 5 days, had 5 billion pages indexed, all with duplicate content from Amazon, except for the affiliate ID that was in there. And it ranked like crazy and made a lot of money just during the Christmas sales. And yeah, those were the days of what we would call today black hat search engine spamming. I think when it comes to white hat, gray hat, black hat, there are different definitions. But in general, this would be considered spam today. It wasn't that clear back then. Still, it was fun. But that's how we learn. Some words about me. I actually come from an IT background, from a software developer background, and used to be a developer and IT project manager before I actually switched or kind of extended my knowledge with the marketing and sales studies and started my own company after I sold a couple of links first from my IT project manager weblog that I had. My company started in 2003 and we built links to 400 international clients, as I mentioned. Do a little bit of SEO consulting for the premium clients in there, and started to develop our own link building software, which is basically a mixture of research tools and project management tools. As you can imagine, if you have a lot of different clients and a lot of different people on the team, at some point it really gets crazy to try to manage all that with Excel or other kind of spreadsheet software. Simply because Excel won't check if the link is still there. Excel won't take care of the 40 different parameters that we monitor for each link we build. And yeah, we also run some own sites as affiliates, more or less to learn about those niches. It's not the main business. So I'm going to start with the secret of link building right now. And the answer to that is, there is no secret for link building. It's just a shitty job. You have to work all day, all night to get great links. And that's what we do. Actually, what I learned in the last years is that not everyone was born for link building. And I have a lot of people that come in because they think, well, SEO and link building is great and I want to do that. And just after a couple of weeks you realize they just won't resist or just won't stick. Starting with an exact recommendation right now, I want to tell you, check out Google Suggest as the first and very, very obvious link building strategy, because it comes back to keyword research. If you look at the Google Suggest box, and I'm not sure, is this rolled out already in Sweden? Yeah. For all users? Okay, because you know they roll it out in different countries, different time. But what I know from clients is that search behavior changed. So maybe some month ago people were looking for link building services. Right now, traffic for link building service, just because it's #1 in the suggestions, increased. The same is true for insurances in Germany. There were, you know, in German there are different spellings and different, actually even different words. For instance, Austria versus Germany, a home insurance has 2 different ways to spell it. There's a difference between the German and the Austrian word. But still, there are plurals and there are extra characters in the words that people get used to. And if they previously entered the one variation, I have a client that confirmed after a couple of months that actually the traffic went up for the other term. So if you don't look at this, you might be missing a lot. And that's quite easy to look at for terms. Well, you could automate all that, but I would suggest just start looking at the data. And this is a moving target as well. It changes over time because it's self-reinforcing. Whenever something is in here, it's gonna generate more traffic. And that already happens. Okay? Of course, this is all different per industry, per language, per country, maybe even seasonal differences in there. I don't have any data to back that up. I don't have any crazy statistics and then pie charts yet, but it's very worth to look into that for each industry, for each client. Strategy and tip number 2 is to take a look at the site links. Is everyone aware? No, other way around. Who of you does not know what a site link is, what the term site link refers to? Okay. So this slide actually doesn't make sense, but it's these little links below the search result. I got confirmed 20 to 40% more traffic for keywords for clients that got these site links, simply because you have so much more real estate on the search result page. So while there is no accurate way, there's not a blueprint with the 5 magic steps to get site links, this is the ultimate goal for every SEO and link builder. And there are different talks about internal linking, about the authority status of the domain. You should target for this simply to capture more real estate, just like here with a second search result or a third or a fourth. The ultimate goal would be to have 100% of the search result page for your major keywords, not to mention your brand. Strategy and recommendation number 3, and this will be a little bit more detailed because it's more complex, to look at your competitor links. That's a common strategy actually in link building, but the competitors rank above you mostly because of their links. There's an important aspect that the content has to be good. There are new things like click-through rates on the search result page, bounce rates that Google actually takes into account, and probably 150 other variables. But in the end it comes down to the links, and I often see that people forget to look at what the competition has in terms of links, also in terms of their content. Potential link sources is what your competitors are. Wouldn't it be great if all your competitors would be linking to you? Actually, that's what I recommend to everyone. Link to your competitors. It will work out in the end. I'm going to come to that point a little bit later when it comes to co-citation. Who of you knows the term co-citation? Okay, a couple. Okay, so I'm going to speak about that a little later. Other competitors that you might take into account are governments or governmental websites. That's Wikipedia, it's the news and media websites, and all kinds of industry hub websites. They're all competitors because they probably rank above you or your clients, simply because of their trust, because they've been around for 10, 12 years. You've got a shitload of links to them, while you don't. These are link sources, or potential link sources to you. To actually get an understanding of what type of links and the distribution of links that your clients' websites have is to look at the patterns of their anchor texts and of course the links themselves, which means where are they coming from, what type of sites are they, how old are they. I'll get to the details a little bit later. But the rule here is whatever competitor you might identify, you want to look at the backlinks in as much detail as you can, as often as you can. It's not a one-time job. It's a moving target again. You can't assume that all else remains equal or is equal because your competitors build links just like you. And in some industries, Gary mentioned gambling before, it's really like a cold war. It's like a race in link building. Whoever gets more links faster wins in that vertical. That's not true for every industry. But the issue here, you have to be efficient